My opponent asked me if I will concede for him. I I don't concede to the Storm deck until they show me Past in Flames, or until they show me Grape Shot, because they could hypothetically brick off like we've just had like all of our Tezzerates at the very bottom of our deck. So as soon as he casts Grape Shot, I'll concede. I'm not gonna make him click through it, but he could possibly not have. He could like all of his Grape Shots should be in the bottom 4 cards of his deck. Oh, Grape Shot's in the yard. I missed that he milled it. Thank you. The real question is how much removal do we leave in our deck? Thanks, Oceanborn. Pithing Needle doesn't do anything. I guess Pithing Needle tags as fetch lands. Probably never won Executioner's Capsule. It's just too slow. Damnation's definitely too slow. So this is 61 cards, which is what we're playing. Yeah, I think this is just a bit. We don't want to cut all of our... This deck needs Witchbane Orb. I almost had Witchbane Orb. It was on my short list of cards. Sundrop ended up getting the nod for the burn matchup, though. Slaughter Pact might be worse than 2-mana removal. Yep, this hand is very reasonable. We have Relic to interact with... we have Relic to interact with his Ascension, and we have Smother to interact with his possible Electromancer. This hand is not good against a turn 2 Blood Moon, which our opponent could have. Trinket Mage gets Chalice, so we have that going for us. This deck might be awful. It plays in Staring Bridges and Wraths and Tezzerates. I don't like the idea of people saying normally Tezzeret does this and normally Tezzeret does that, because Tezzeret's not a deck. This isn't a deck that's consistently successful or existing in Modern. So when I started with this deck, I built it from an empty list of cards. And the reason for that is, you know, if a deck hasn't been successful before, there's a reason for that. So, like, using the conventional knowledge of the ways people have already been building the deck and not being successful with it, you probably want to look at the deck from a different angle. This deck already has a lot of more expensive, clunky cards that generate card advantage, like Tezzeret generates card advantage, and Liliana, and we have Obnixilis, and Wormcoil Engine. Like, we already have a lot of these big threats that are worth many cards, so you can't afford for your decks in Modern to be clunky. Like, taking your turn 3 off to cast Thirst for Knowledge against Eldrazi is just not something you want to be doing. I almost want to negate this. This ritual says to me that he's going to go land empty for a bunch of goblins, and I can't really beat that. I guess I could beat land empty with this for EE, but I really want this to get Chalice. Another Trinket Mage. So now becomes the question, do I want to tap out and leave Relic down? Can Storm beat Chalice? That's a very good question. I think I just want to go get Chalice. Get Chalice. Pass the turn. He definitely has outs to Chalice on 1. Chalice on 2 seems much better. Okay. Yeah, because their out is Echoing Truth, right? Okay. If we get to untap here, we'll put Chalice on 2. If we get to untap being the optimal, he might just like cycle into ritual like empty for a bunch here, and then like try and get us that way. We thankfully have another trinket mage to get engineered explosives. That happens. So I'm assuming he's just making goblins here. I doubt he's going for it without an ascension, going for grape shot without an ascension, or the other one. Yeah, just empty for a bunch. So I read the empty correctly last turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and put. No, I can't put Chalice on 2 here because I want to trinket mage for EE, and EE on 0 is going to kill the Chalice. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Yes, get engineered explosives. I love tutor packages. Good little trinket mage. Molten Rain, sure, man. That probably means he doesn't have Blood Moon. Yeah, the 6 goblins aren't even that good, actually. Maybe I was supposed to get something else. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to do this. I think I just want to put this on 2. I think people are right. So I don't want to get Molten Rained again. Just put this on 2 and pass the turn. Exile a card from his graveyard. I almost want to type in chat concede for me, because that's what he messaged me a little bit ago when he started going off. Another Molten Rain. Glad I put Chalice on 2 last turn. He just keeps like shoving his idiots into me. We are not playing Blink Both Nexus. Yeah, Sword of the Meek would be sweet in a deck like this. Excuse me. I did type concede for me back with a question mark, just like he did. Both discard. we got 2 artifacts in our hand, so if we hit Darksteel Citadel or Mox Opal next turn, we can kill him. Man, he went all in on empties. Maybe I want a Damnation postboard if he's this deep on empty. Wouldn't be surprised to see him just ship his 3 goblins at Tezerater here. I guess we can hit a 2-mana artifact too, because we can play EE for 0. Oh, Singed is unplayable, you're right. Both the artifacts in that choice were unplayable, so... We had Spellskite and Singed as our choices. He's attacking Liliana, alright. Well, I'm a liar because we can't cast this, so I guess we just ship him for... Let's just ship with both of these, and then if he doesn't block both, he's dead to Tezerater. Do we want Damnations after seeing how deep he is on the creature plan? This just probably isn't as too slow. Slaughter Pack's probably worse than Doomblade, we said. Yeah, I'll bring in 1 Damnation. Let's do this. Man, this hand's so good with the blue-black duel. You just have to mulligan. We have Chalice and Trinket Mage to mulligan too. Yeah, this hand's much better. English on top that. This hand is bad against with that top. We're soft to turn 2 Ascension. We're not soft to turn 2 Electromancer. This game is again highlighting how awkward this card is compared to Talisman. Because if we had Talisman, we could Signet, we could Talisman plus discard spell next turn. I mean, to be fair, Tezerater does often suspend 1, win the game. No Ascension. No Ascension? No Ascension? Sweet. No Ascension. Talisman Dominance taps for a... Alright. Well, I think... That's so tough. Man, now this is just like so much worse. We have 20 minutes and it's game 3. What do we think, chat? Do we Chalice or do we play the discard spells? I think we're supposed to Chalice. Vote in chat whether or not you'd Chalice or discard spell here.